You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
What's up, guys? So I know every year we kind of do like a Christmas special, I guess. The last, 2 years we've done this? We've done a Christmas show.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
Remember the first one? The first one was great.
Refresh my memory. I can't really remember what we did.
When
do it.
All the homies and fam came over, and Jess's mom found out how she liked it.
And we were completely wasted.
That
was a good show.
Beyond wasted because it was coming off of his surprise party. We literally had a surprise party for him at our house. So people were all here. We're already 48 shots in, and we come down here and proceed.
Great show, by the way.
To talk about all kinds of dirty things. And
great.
The world needs to open up. It's not us that's talking dirty. Everybody should be okay with stuff
I know
that goes on in between the sheets. Okay, well, it's no reason to be uncomfortable then, right? I'm good.
True. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
Your birthday's coming up, Marcus, on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Nope. I'm like, nope.
Me and JC, baby.
4 deuce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
42
already.
Yeah.
I remember
42 and fine. That's when we had the episode.
Time is flying.
That's when we had the episode.
Yeah. So we've been 2 years into the show, right? I guess that means 2 years.
Well,
plus.
kind of.
I think we was going a little bit before that. So
yeah.
Time flies. Time flies.
Right on.
42 and fly.
What's the plan for Christmas? Are y'all at the house? Brother's house?
We open presents here. I cook breakfast. My mom comes over. My brother-in-law, sister-in-law come over. And then we go to his mom's house and open my mother-in-law's house, open presents, and then it turns into a party.
Nice.
For his birthday. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That sounds good. Well, today's episode's good because I did some searching online and I came across this and I was like, oh my God, Marcus and Jessica and myself, we all can relate to this. And it's a list of 20 things you probably heard as a kid growing up if you had Black parents. Now, not necessarily this list. I wouldn't say just Black parents. I would say just parents that are with the shit, because I had some Filipino parents, friends' parents who talk like this. I even knew some Hispanic friends that had parents that talk like this. So, I don't know if we're gonna get through all 20 of them, but I want to know if you heard any of these growing up and if you use any of these on your kids now. Because I caught myself on a few of them. Yeah, and I was like, ooh, I be talking like that. So the first one, and I know we've all heard this, especially boys, we've heard this from our moms, is, I'm not one of your little friends.
Oh, all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time. My mom, I'm not one of your little friends. I'm like, I fucking know that. Shit.
What does that actually mean, though? Like, what is a parent?
Don't play with me. I'm not your friend. You can play with your friends that way. You can talk to your friends that way, but you ain't going to talk to me like that. I say that to my kids to this day. I'm not one of your friends. So yes, I know exactly what that is.
I'm not sure if I use.
I think that might be more of a girl thing, or more of a kid that was just a little bit more rambunctious and outspoken.
Yeah. I heard it from my mom for sure. Gaynell was on, I ain't one of your little damn friends. You ain't going to be talking to me like that in this house. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I was more of a slick kid. I knew when to talk and when not to. I was pretty much playing the game, right?
You had a lot of self-control, self-restraint from a young age.
No. Well, not so much. I used to have a temper and...
But not with authority.
Yeah, no, not so much with authority, but like with my peers and stuff like that. But with people that was in charge, I kind of played the game. I made sure that I was that I could get what I wanted when I needed it. So I knew when to shut up and just act like I give them the victory, kind of like I do you sometime, right? And then
Here we go.
Speak up when I need to, right? And keep the peace and keep it smooth.
You were just smart. I was like, I don't give a fuck type thing.
I would put those emotions to the
side. Say it and then get fucked up and apologize later.
Yeah,
I want something so bad, but then I would self-sabotage and just blow it.
Yeah, no.
So I'm not one of your little friends. It's like, I know. I talk to my friends better, actually.
Yikes.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I don't know if my dad ever said that either, but yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off.
My dad didn't say that.
My pops didn't say that. Moms, I could hear her saying that maybe to one of my brothers or somebody or one of my girl cousins, but I think that is more of a mom to daughter type of situation.
Maybe.
Right.
Him and his brothers were all very good kids.
Yeah.
So
what's wrong with that?
I'm quite certain, like all of the ones with a little bit of a negative spin to it.
Don't put me in that box and don't make me feel uncomfortable for being a good kid. That's what's wrong with the black community. Oh, you got to be this and you got to cuss your mom out and you got to be out here in the streets.
Wait a minute. I wasn't a bad kid. I was just a misunderstood kid. Right.
AKA, I'll let you tell your own story. But I'm saying in our community, it's okay to be a good kid. And that's what I try to put out into the universe. That it's okay to be this type of kid that goes by the rules and gets good grades. So stay in school, kids.
Okay. And I know we've heard this one all. Maybe Marcus hasn't, clearly, but maybe Jess, you and I have heard this one. Stop all that crying before I give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not that exact way, but pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Which is another, I'm playing therapist today and community activist all in the same today. So holding your emotions in and not allowing yourself to cry, especially for boys, Kale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't cry and shut up and don't cry before I give you something to cry about type of things. It's not so much the way to go, I don't think. And yeah, that was a older generation type of thing. People probably still do it now. I feel like I've probably said that a couple of times to the kids.
Well, it depends. Yeah. It depends on like why you're saying it. Are you saying it because you just tore up the fucking house and you're getting in trouble and you're crying? Or is it because I don't know, you got slapped and you're crying and then it's shut up or I'm gonna really give you something to cry at. So it depends.
Don't cry or I'll give you something to cry about.
You just got punched in your throat.
But you just gave me something to cry about.
You gave me something to cry about.
But they want to control everything. The pain, I guess the residual that comes from the slap.
Or it's protecting themselves. Don't make me give you something to cry. You're in public. Don't make me give you something to cry. Shut the fuck up. And so you never know.
I know we've heard this one. You got McDonald's money?
I be saying this. I put a little spin on it because my parents would say a version of that is I can make you McDonald's at home, right?
Oh, no, you cannot.
Type of thing. I can make a burger just as good. And that was more on my dad because Pops was the chef. He'd make the gumbo and do everything. And everything actually would taste like gumbo. He'd make salads. It would taste
everything
like gumbo.
Tastes like gumbo. Every
steak would taste like gumbo.
Everything.
Had
I have never seen somebody season his salad like his dad.
So I grew up eating a lot of salad. I grew up eating vegetables. I don't know if they was healthy by the time I got to them, but I did eat
sodium filled, but it's cool. At least you ate it. You can say you ate vegetables.
That's funny.
My mom, maybe she said you ain't got McDonald's, but I don't know because we didn't go to McDonald's like that. So I wouldn't know.
It was a treat.
It was definitely a treat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This one's great. Don't get in trouble following behind them white kids. Now, I've heard that, not necessarily towards me, but I've had friends, parents, I've heard say that, like, you at the homie's house and like there's the other little neighborhood white kids And it's like, don't be getting in trouble following them white kids. I've definitely heard that one before. Especially in Mount Baker.
Shit. That is something my grandmother would say. Don't do that. Don't follow behind the don't. So I could see my mom never said that or my dad, but definitely my grandma.
For me, it was more of your friends in general, just because they doing it. That don't mean you have to do it, because the school I went to, like an elementary school and stuff, there was not a lot of white people there. So I didn't have a lot of white kids coming to my sleepovers and different stuff like that until, there was one kid in the neighborhood, but as far as kids at school, my parents, they didn't discriminate. Just don't be following your friends if they acting crazy. It ain't matter who it was. So I could see that was probably just a thing for parents anyway. So I feel that.
Sadly, I could see other kids' parents saying, don't follow behind that girl, which is me. Don't be following behind her.
She's out of control.
Yeah.
We've all heard this one, I think. First of all, check your tone.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. I still say it. All the time.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Calm down.
Watch your tone.
Yeah.
Watch how you're talking to me. Check yourself. Did I get check your tone? See, it's hard because, growing, I don't know if it was I think you got slapped before the check your tone even came out. I'm not sure if I got to check your tone. I think the slap
as soon as the tone went up,
your tone. Yeah. Like it was more a physical, not a verbal warning. It was a physical one. Okay, got it.
Like I said, I was more quiet.
Oh God!
Assassin, Jason Bourne, okay, I know what time it is. I could feel the energy of the room. I could see everything that was going on. I could read the license plate numbers that were outside, et cetera, know what's going on in my situation. So I didn't have to check my tone. I could feel the energy. And I know you looking at me like that. And I understand, Jess, I understand. But I was a calculated,
so weird
young man. Not that I had full control of my powers at that point as a younger
your powers though.
Boy,
are you a fucking superhero? Like what?
I got to where I needed to go, right? I understood how to navigate it through emotions. But my middle brother, Isaiah, very outspoken, would go back and forth with my parents all the time. And I always would be standing in the kitchen, eating, probably some honey buns or something at that time, and be like, why are you going back and forth with mom? And all you got to do is say, okay, and then you can go do what you want to do anyway, right? And that was my thing. I wanted to get through the BS, and then I would go on and do what I needed to do. Parents couldn't watch you 100% of the time, so you got to play the game. But
we were here for the fight.
I wasn't here for the fight.
We were trying to prove a point.
For what?
Like sometimes adults don't listen to you, and you might very well have a valid point. And so we was getting shut the fuck down, and it was a slap, watch your tone. But I'm just trying to explain to you.
I knew my inner worth from an early age. So
oh God, we're so opposites. Just so.
I didn't need that dub.
I was following you, Marcus, until you brought up license plates. That went over my head.
He's a superhero.
You're not a fan of Jason Bourne.
Superhero, Kel. Did
because
you catch
Jason
that?
Bourne, I have to break this down.
And checking license plates outside the window. I just went over my head.
That means you see everything and you pay attention to everything that's going on.
It was like a bird's eye view, right? You
all
saw
surroundings, right? I see everything. I feel the energy. I'm making sure that if I need to exit or if I need to come back, okay, I'm going to remember this because I saw this, okay? Mom or pops might be tripping because they might have had a long day at work and they had to deal with little bro and all his BS. So I'm going to make sure that
no child considers what kind of day their parents had. There's no fucking way.
I don't care if you guys don't understand. I know where I was at, and I know how I was able to meander through a lot of the stress and stuff that other people might have went through.
You're there. You're back.
Just going back and forth with their parents. So
Kel, really? Really? Were you fucking reading the room as a kid? Hey, really? Were you reading the room? You're like, okay, they've had a hard day. Okay, my brother, he seems a little stressed. Okay, the driver's license plate out there. So maybe I should. No, I was going to say lies, but I believe you, sadly.
I know.
But still.
I know.
Next level.
I wouldn't say I like read the room, but there was definitely times where I just wanted to talk with my mom and she'd be like, don't bother me right now. I don't feel like being bothered. And I'd be like, damn, all right. And then you try the next day and it's the same thing. But when you're with a single mom that's a school principal that works freaking 13-hour days, I get it.
I'm dealing with shitty kids all day. I get it.
I respect it.
Right. I've been dealing with shitty kids all day. Now I don't want to deal with my own. So whatever. She was a good mom, but there were definitely those moments. This one, I've heard my mom say this one to my older sister when we was growing up. And I know you probably heard this one too, Jess, because as a girl being into music, I hope you know that schoolwork like you know them songs.
All the time. All the time. Everything was compared to you can sing every lyric to this song, but you can't do your math. No, I fucking can't, actually. Sorry. But yes. You guys didn't hear that?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I might have even said that to my kids in their younger days.
Right.
But now I know better.
If you know the schoolwork, like you know these TikTok dances.
Right. It's just like that. And actually, adult parent, TikTok and school, it just
don't correlate.
I don't know. There's no correlation. So I don't know. I actually enjoy TikToks and music, not schoolwork. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
okay.
funny.
Well, this other one is great. I heard my mom used to say this one to us because there's 4 of us. So there's so many kids. So like, it's hard when you're out in public to try to corral everyone. So you got to pump the fear of God into your kids so they don't fuck around. But, when we get in this store, don't embarrass me.
No.
I've heard that one.
I didn't hear that one very much because I don't think I got in many stores.
No opportunity to even leave the house.
No opportunities to embarrass her because she wasn't bringing
at the
us.
crib. That's
There's
cool.
No way.
Damn, Gigi.
Shit. Fuck. No.
Well, like, okay, well, there's other incarnations of it, or like,
don't you act no fucking.
Yeah, like, don't act no fool, or when we get in this store, don't touch nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's different. I feel like various ways we've heard that message delivered.
I know my dad
means the same thing.
I know my dad. All he had to say was, "All right, now we're about to go in this store."
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's it, right? And everybody knew what time it was, right? Just chill and act accordingly. And we knew it. We didn't get spankings as little kids, right? I don't remember. I remember probably one spanking I got, but other than that, yeah, there was no spankings in the Trufant household. So we
Where did that come from? Your dad? Well, I guess the fear of God.
Yeah, because he didn't have to say much.
None of
My
that
pops was real laid back, but he had I would say a great delivery, right? Because he got his point across and it was able to resonate with us. So, you know, all the reaching back into the back seat and all that kind of stuff, it didn't really
Oh God, all the
that.
time. Well, I would hear, don't ask for anything. That's what I would hear.
Yeah.
Don't ask for anything. I'm not buying anything. That type of stuff. So I would definitely hear that, but
and then
don't embarrass me.
That was kind of more my mom's style, but we would kind of play the game, and my dad was the one that would want to get us all the extra stuff, all the extra snacks and the little extra toys, and was sneaking stuff in. And so we was kind of like a team, and it was teamwork, right? And so when Pops spoke, and then it was like, okay, let's work together and we might be able to get something out of it. So we all shut up and we made it happen. So, yeah.
Do you guys think you heard iller, or I would say funnier shit from your parents or your grandparents? Because I heard some shit from my grandparents, that old New Orleans shit, like shit that like I say now, and people be like, what does that even mean? I'm just like, I don't know. I just heard it my whole life. And so like I just say it now. You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
my grandpa, like one time we were in the car on the way to school, and like my little sister was acting up. My grandpa was taking us, and he just stopped and he turned around and looked in the back seat and said, "Girl, shut up. You don't know shit from Shinola." And I don't know, for some reason, I fell out. Like, and he goes, "You stop all that damn laughing." And I just was, it was the funniest shit at the time I ever heard in my fucking life. And it's like, Shinola? Who the fuck? That's old school black shoe polish. Like, people don't even know what modern people don't even know what the fuck that is. That's some shit you polish like World War II military boots with type shit.
Well, okay, that sounds, well.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I know my grandparents would say some crazy stuff too. My grandma was very outspoken, and it was something about older black folks at the time then really that didn't like a lot of young people doing a lot of laughing, right? I know my grandma would be like, "Stop all that sniggling," right? And I wasn't exactly sure what that was, but I guess that meant laughing, right? Stop all that sniggling, y'all. Shut up. And it was like 20 of us, a bunch of grandkids all over the place. So I could understand now, you know, kids come to my house, we have these birthday parties, et cetera, and it's,
he says it.
15 to 12 kids at the house. And I'm like, okay, everybody laughing at the same time, everybody screaming all at the same time. It's too much. So I send a text message to the kids, everybody shut up, right? It's late, shut up. But so I can understand the old folks of how the laughing back then, Kel, at your grandfather said, with all that laughing, that brings back memories. That's hella funny.
You guys hear this one? I don't care what such and such mama does. I'm not such and such as mama.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a given. That was definitely a given. As I'm trying to argue my case, and it's like, oh no, I ain't that person's mom. I ain't that person's mom. You're not doing that. I'm like,
and you're not going. Yep.
I wish you were so and so. I want another mom. I'm out of here.
Wow. See,
I wouldn't say that out loud.
I know. Yeah. Are you sure?
But in your head as a kid, absolutely. Yeah. I wish she was my mom.
Yeah, I used to cuss my mom out in my head.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say out loud, Kel.
See, I didn't even cuss my mom out. It was just a back talk.
Yeah.
But there was no cursing needed.
I did slam a door a couple of times, and that, I know.
Wait a minute.
That was out of
Where is the suspenseful music?
There must have been.
Where is it?
There must have been
he slammed some doors.
There must have been some kryptonite in the room or something. I was off my game that day, and it didn't go well, man. And that was, I think that was mom's and pops. I might have slammed the door a couple times when I got older, right? And I thought I was strong and shit. So it didn't go well, and that was my way of rebelling back to the bunk beds. Slam the door and then go in the bunk bed, but.
Wow. If every teen could be as rebellious as you. Shit. I'm just going to slam the door in your face, parents.
Take that.
Please, when the kids slam the doors,
No.
I'd be like, somebody's fucking upset.
No.
I don't know.
If the kids slam the door on me, it's an issue though. I don't like that.
He gets all up in arms and I'm like,
play that.
Fuck
don't.
They're pissed off.
Slam the door in my face.
Let them slam the door. That's all they can do. You go slam the door and go sit in your room. Fine. Have fun. Good luck. You got to come out sometime.
It's a track meet to the room if you're doing that. And and then we need to have a conversation, right?
About what? Door slamming?
About anything, right?
They're upset and that's how they're expressing themselves. They're slamming the fucking door.
You don't get to do that. Hold it in and then let it boil up and turn it into something else.
Hey, my son slams the door and I tell him, you ain't going to be in here disrespecting my house.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's exactly what we're not about to be doing.
I'm still talking too, as a matter of fact. So don't slam the door in my face.
Well, that's when it's not okay.
Right. Well, and you ain't going to be sitting there putting on no show in front of your little sister, so she be picking up your bad habits because she do whatever you be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too.
Got to set the standard.
You got to set the standard because he lock his door.
Oh,
he'll go to the door, he'll lock his door. I'm like, unlock this door. He'll be like, no, and I'm like, and I can just pop it, like, stick a little thing and pop it. But I'm like, if you don't unlock this door, and he goes, what? And he'll open it. What do you want? And like do this whole thing, and I'm like, hey, look here, bro. You better relax your neck, dog, before we have a broken one. I don't know who you doing all this extra shit with me. Like,
but you're giving him a warning. You're giving him a warning. You're not letting him open the door, and your hand is coming across his face immediately.
I don't hit my kids. I don't hit my kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't hit my kids. But I'll definitely like get down. Here's one thing I've learned is that I guess when you discipline or you're getting at your kid, if you want them to listen, they say it's good to get down on their level. So since he's shorter, obviously, I'll get down like on one knee. So I'm like eye level with him. So then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're like doing this,
right,
it makes them want to be defensive.
Right.
So it's like it's more of like, I guess, like a comfort thing, so you're not as intimidating.
Yes.
So then they'll calm down faster. It's actually worked out very, very well for
I think it
for us
does.
over here.
I think it does work. I believe that. Like if I'm talking to Cash and I kind of crouch down and like really hold his hand and talk to him, I think that is received a little bit better than standing over and being like,
right, towering.
Right. And so now with my older kids, I don't think the crouch down method works because they're taller than me.
Right. 2 out of the 3 older
so
kids
I have to square up.
But they posture to you, though. Make sure they get on one knee or take a...
Right.
Yeah.
Come down to my level so I can fuck you up.
I try to have real conversations with the older kids. If they want to go back and forth, I'm here for a good debate. To go back and forth.
Nope. See, that's where he literally will antagonize them.
No. It's not antagonizing.
And it's like,
it's
okay, it's over. Let it go. I'm over it. Why are you still getting at these kids? And you're making them more. It's like he wants to see them like get really, really upset.
That's not true.
Wait, you press them, Marcus?
I don't press them. No,
he will. He'll like you'll go overboard. It's like, okay, let it die.
I ask, simple questions. And I say, if you want to talk to me like an adult, I'll treat you like an adult. Let's go back and forth and let's talk about this,
my
right?
mother used to say that.
I'm here for it. I'm not going to stop. If you want to continue to talk and I say it's over and I need you to be quiet, but you want to keep going and you want to be, saying all this stuff as you walk upstairs or as you're kind of going away. No.
He'll follow them. He will follow them.
Let's continue to talk about this.
And that's where the door slam comes in.
I'll sit down on the bed.
Because he's following them, talking shit.
I want to make sure that they understand, right? There has to be a cutoff and there has to be a point.
I don't think they do understand in general, but...
where you stop. So I'm going to make sure, and most of the time I'm talking like this, right? I can keep it cool. I can keep it in the pocket, but sometimes it may get loud, but that's okay, right? You keep it in the pocket, but...
that makes it even worse, I think. You're following them, just like talking normal, like just talking shit in a normal tone. It's like...
it's not talking shit.
That's condescending.
It's condescending. You're breathing down my fucking back. Like, stop. Calmly talking your shit. I'm even more annoyed.
Well, stop then. Do like I did as a young man and figure out that you're not going to win this battle. So just stop.
So you check license plates.
Yeah, stop. They should learn how to read the room. And you keep going. I'm not going to let you beat me. I mean, I'm a fierce competitor. So you're not going to outdo me. Hey.
And I know when to retreat. Because I get outdone by them sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to remove myself because I'm over it.
I will never be.
Because I will kill them if I don't.
You guys heard this one? Is that your little friend?
As in somebody you bring to visit, right?
Yeah.
From the opposite sex?
It could be both.
Like. Okay.
It could be, oh, that's your little friend? Your little friend walking with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear that one.
You hear that one?
No, why not?
I so much didn't bring people around for a long time either. I was uncomfortable with bringing people around while my parents were
really
there. Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Really?
Yeah, nah.
That's weird.
For a long time. I got dumped a couple times because I wouldn't, because you couldn't come to my house. I'd be like, nah.
Really?
Straight. Yeah. I'll meet you at.
You know what? That reminds me. I might have heard, is that your little friend? And it was when we were dating.
Damn.
From Gigi?
I was your little friend at that point, right?
Pretty much. Yep. That's my little friend.
Well, that's right, because you guys were telling people like, "Oh, that's my friend." Yeah, and all of a sudden, "Oh, my friend's pregnant." Yeah,
right. That was my little friend, huh? Yep. Mm-hmm. Right.
A little friend in his pants. I said this one today actually to my kids. Didn't I tell you? And then whatever. And mine was, didn't I tell you to stop running in this damn house? That's
not like something that people normally say. Is that not normal? Didn't I tell you? Or what did I say? Didn't I tell you? We don't say that?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think the way we say it in our community is a lot more aggressive.
Right.
Than like other folks be like, well, didn't I tell you, honey? Like you need us, our parents like, motherfucker, didn't I tell you?
Right.
To stop all that goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like there's, yeah.
I'm here for it, especially when it comes to injury, because that's really one of the things that gets me out of character or puts me in a fearful place to where, okay, somebody's hurt or somebody's injured, somebody has, hurt themselves of doing something that I told them not to do. I'm like, okay, I told you, and don't you understand this? Didn't I tell you not to X, Y, Z? So that's kind of my kryptonite, I guess, as I can say. If you get hurt, I see blood, I see tears, I see injury.
So
what happened? What's going on? What are you doing? Why? And all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I don't like it.
And I'm like, is there blood? I'm out of here. Okay, thanks.
And finally, this one is my personal favorite because I say this one and I heard this one growing up from my parents, my grandparents, my aunties, my uncles. They all said it. This is one thing that only black people say this shit because like I've never heard white people say this. And then when I've said it, people are like, yo, like, what does that even mean? But when they be like, yo, you smell like outside.
All the time. Mm-hmm. We still say that to our kids.
Yeah.
You smell like outside. Take your shit out. Get out of my bed. Get away from you. Stink like outside. Right.
That's the worst. My kids, they'll come home from school and I'm like, yo, you need to change out your school clothes. You smell like outside, smell like your school. And they want to go jump on the bed. Get off my bed. Bring them dirty ass germs into my house.
It's like a distinct smell too. It's like they came from just out of like, where did you come? You smell like outside.
It just smells like movement, right? A lot of movement, a lot of getting up and sitting down and walking around and stuff. So I totally get that. And as a child, I went through a phase. We're
not talking about
must.
We're just talking about the smell of recess.
But I'm saying that comes with it though. Like I was a kid, like I would go to recess and I would go 100 miles an hour in any and everything that I did, right? And then you come back to class and you be sweating and you go to the
so you was musty as fuck in
you
class.
Get your paper towels, but I didn't know, right? I still had waves. I still had my do-rag on. So I was, I looked presentable, but there was some outside smellage type of stuff going on, right? And as a kid, sometimes you don't know, and it takes an adult to come down on you and embarrass you. And say you smell like outside.
What kind of trauma did you endure?
To make you aware of what's going on. And and if it's not your parents, it's your friends, it's your cousins, it's your aunties
Marcus,
and all types of stuff.
Did you ever iron dirty jeans growing up?
Not so much. I was a guy.
I couldn't see him doing that ever.
I wash my own.
That smell.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
When you iron, yeah.
And you kind of get that moldy kind of
outside smell.
Outside smell, yeah.
Kind of smells like outside.
It's kind. It smells more like Chuck E. Cheese.
Smells like movement. Yeah, a lot of people. It smells like a lot of people. That's what it is.
No, the reason why I ask you, Marcus, like I didn't think that you were like just that guy ironing dirty jeans, but I'm just saying to compare like this, the idea of the smell. It's like that. What it reminds me of is that smell of like someone tries to iron like dirty jeans. That dirty jean smell. That specific smell,
or not all the way dry jeans.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Chuck E. Cheese. It's that smell.
A little bit of mold, a little bit of mildew.
Does Chuck E. Cheese have a scent? Is there a smell at Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, and in the balls,
it smells like outside. It smells like cheese and feet and fondue and shit. So yeah,
I haven't been in a Chuck E. Cheese in 25, maybe almost 30 some years.
There's still a couple of them out there, I think, right?
There are, but God, Jesus Lord.
Chuck E. Cheese. The pizza was really good at Chuck E. Cheese.
Now, I think Chuck E. Cheese was on DoorDash at one point.
Wow. Shout out to Chuck E. Cheese.
Nah, that pizza wasn't good. That pizza was made for kids' stomachs. Adults can't eat that pizza because of that cheese.
It was more rubbery, but we enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it.
It was like the best.
Stomachs that kids have, they can eat that stuff. Like like I said, I ain't been in a Chuck E. Cheese for over 20 some years, but I do remember that.
It's
Your
the same.
kids been to Chuck E. Cheese?
It was the same.
No?
Oh, they probably have, but I wasn't there.
I'm like, people
for a birthday party or
still have Chuck E. Cheese parties, I think.
Our kids were terrified of Chuck E. Cheese as young.
Well,
kids.
Our oldest, I don't know if I have video, but she used to hide under our table, under other people's tables when Chucky would come out.
In the area
she would
where they
scream
play the
hysterically
and stuff. And
right.
Yeah,
but
robots.
Yes.
Yep.
But now that she's older, she just has a very like colorful, vivid imagination. So it makes sense that a giant rat in a costume would be like life, like threatening. Seriously. So yeah.
My my homeboy my two homeboys were at my homeboy's nephew's birthday, right? And it was at Chuck E. Cheese. And so I'll just say his name. My boy Dre took a picture with Chuck E. Cheese. And so my other home buddy Mikey's filming it. He goes, "Look at that, y'all! 2 rats." Damn. And I don't know why. I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Fucked up.
2 rats.
And he's filming it. He goes, "Yeah, look at that fucking rat." And he sends it to our group thread. It was so fucking funny.
The trauma.
I know. That's
he'll never forget that. Even though he was a grown man, right?
He was a grown man. Yep. He goes, "Yeah, he's a grown man." And the dude in the Chuck E. Cheese costume started laughing.
And he probably never took a picture with Chuck E. Cheese again. That's so sad. Man.
Well, why would he be taking pictures with Chuck E. Cheese?
Why not? I mean,
he was just being funny, just like, "Oh, Chuck E. Cheese." Right. And my boy's like, "Oh, yeah, look at that, you fucking rat. Look at this 2 rats, y'all. 2 fucking rats."
That's me.
Tough. And you see how you laugh at Kale? That's what I'm talking about. This is a traumatic experience. So just imagine what kids is going through, right?
Oh, man.
Life-size rat.
That's tough.
Actually, I think he's a mouse.
What's the difference? Is there a difference?
I don't know.
He's hella big. You're that big, you're a rat at that point.
A city rat.
A city rat. Hella city rat.
A Jersey rat.
Master Splinter.
And not to be confused with New York.
Now, Master Splinter was a rat.
Master Splinter was...
Chucky is a mouse.
Master Splinter was weathered and was older, so you're not sure about
he was a rat.
Growth and his girth and size could be a little bit confusing of exactly rat or mouse.
Master Splinter was definitely a sewer rat, Marcus.
He fucking had a wood cane spear. He was a rat.
But he was agile and knew karate.
Chuck E. Cheese doesn't. He was a mouse.
Agree to disagree on this one. I don't know. I know my Ninja Turtles, so hey.
this was a great episode. This was pretty funny. Fucking Chuck E. Cheese, man. You know what? Holy shit! Before we wrap up, there is Chuck E. Cheese. There's one that's like maybe like 7 or 8 miles down the road from my house out here. Actually, there's a fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
What? There's a Chuck E. Cheese in Vegas? Are there polls and like?
Yeah, it's actually still in a decent, nice part of Vegas, but it's like the cusp when you start getting to where it gets kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's it's Chuck E. Cheese. So
do yourself a favor, Kel, and set up a day for your kids.
No.
To go over there, man.
No, you can't. You can't do that because one of the last times I went to Chuck E. Cheese and they had like the little big toy type thing, and Carmen was in there and she was a little, and a kid came out. And I swear he had, it was green. It was like a very distinct color of green snot just running down in his mouth. And that was enough for me.
Builds up immunity.
And in this day, don't take your kids to no fucking Chuck E. Cheese unless you want influenza A, RSV, or COVID.
MRSA. Yeah, like we're not going to Chuck E. Cheese and getting MRSA. But great episode, funny episode. Because we took like 2 weeks off.
Good to be back.
Was it 2 weeks? I think it's been longer. Has it been longer? I think it's been longer. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
Good shit. Truly Unruly. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Remember, follow these guys on EG. It's EG. On IG, it's their names with an underscore between their first names and their last names.
Okay.
Yeah, made it easy for people. And follow the page, Truly Unruly _podcast. You can listen to us on your favorite podcasting app and catch the visual on YouTube and catch us every Sunday on Converge. Word. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. If you're a pagan, Happy Saturnalia if you're into that weird shit. But happy holidays and Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy birthday. Everybody forgets, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Marcus. It's going to be his birthday on Christmas.
I appreciate it.
We are thankful for you. We are thankful for you.
He was reaching.
And you're reading the room at a very young age.
Yeah, I forget.
All right. Till next time, y'all.